Hey everybody, it's Days Wit coming to you from the great room in Taunton, Massachusetts. Welcome back to Operation Drake May. This is Japan, turn 10. Before I get going, I had the feeling that I had Italy's IPC count wrong, so I figured I'd start counting up. I counted up Russia, I counted up UK, and I counted up Italy. Russia, I was off by 8 IPCs. Like, what? Like, I had them at 32, but they were actually at 24. So I went into Russia's bank and $35 became $27. So that's what Russia has to spend on turn 11. And UK, I was off 2. I'm not touching their bank because I'm not exactly sure if that missing 2 happened after their turn or not because Italy goes after them and so on. So I'm just going to leave them alone. But I took $8 out of Russia's bank. So that's where we're at in the game on J10. So Japan bought 6 transports, 3 tanks, 1 infantry, and 2 strategic bombers. Now Japan's got a lot of battles going on. Here. And the first one we're going to do is Siberia. I set up the battle board for this one because we got a bunch of Brits and Americans. Or, I'm sorry, a bunch of Canadians. Those are Canadian troops there. Oh, I totally forgot. I got planes that are going to join this. 1, 2, 3. So he's got 3 movement points left. I could have... Yeah, I could have some fighters and tanks join, but I'm gonna go ahead and say they're not. I'm just gonna go ahead and say they're not needed. So let's get this battle done. See, I got 2 strategic bombers. I got 5 tanks. And I got 1 mech. Let's do this. The extra planes would definitely help, but I'm feeling frisky. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 hits. And the Canadians and Americans have 6 back. Let's see. They got 2 tanks, 2 artillery, 2 infantry. So we got 1, 2, 3. So America and the Canadians got 3 hits. Okay. So Canadians, Americans will lose the 4 lower guys. Japan will lose a mech. I have to chip out. Cool. All right, round 2. Let's see. 2 bombers. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, okay, I lost 2 tanks. Okay. So, no mech. 3 tanks, 2 strats. Jesus. Thank God for the freaking tanks there, because I was going to be mortified. All right, that takes care of the Americans. They got 2 tanks back at 3. They missed. Cool. They're dead. Okay, so Japan's going to go up to 76. And Russia's going to go down to 23. Cool. All right, so let's see. I got 3 tanks and 3 mechs. They're going to go into West India against 1 Russian infantry. So let's do this. Japan's got 3 mechs at 1. They all missed. And they got 3 tanks at 3. Someone's got a hit. Holy crap. Japan missed on everything. All right. Russia's got 1 infantry at 2 or less. Of course he hit. Huh. So we'll lose a mech. That's just wild. All right. Now we got 3 tanks and 2 mechs. And that is wild. They completely missed on round 2. Okay, Russian infantry at 2 or less. Of course he's going to hit. Oh, he missed. Good. All right. Here we go. Round 3. There, finally. Jesus. Russian infantry at 2 or less. He misses. Let's take this guy off. So Japan's going to go up to 78. And Russia's going to go down to 21. Get that one right? Okay. Okay. This transport is going to pick up the infantry and the artillery. And he's going to take the Solomon Islands. And this is non-combat, but I'm just going to do it now. It's not worth anything, but this is just to put a plug in Anzac trying to get their NO back. Okay, we're going to do the big battle. Japan was going to attack Alaska and just have a bloody battle to the death, lose most of their stuff, but clear all those guys out. I said, you know what? Canada's less defended. Let's do that. So, we're going to have, what do we got here? We got 5 transports, moving 3 spaces, and picking up 5 tanks and 5 infantry, and they're going to plop in there. This damaged battleship's going to move 2 spaces to there. These 2 battleships are going to come and join them. All right, let's do that battle. So right off the bat, we got 3 battleships that got a bombardment at 4 or less. So I'm obviously going to roll nothing but 6s. All right, we got 3 hits. And I think there's only 4 infantry. No. 6 infantry. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Let's do, we got 5 infantry at 1. Oh, we got 1 hit. I'll take it. All right, now we got 5 tanks at 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty cool. So, we're like at 8. That's all the units. So, the Americans got 6 back at 2. One, 2. 2 hits. Cool. All right, cool. So, Americans going to lose 6 infantry. Japan's going to... I hate when I have to chip in the middle of play. Japan's going to lose 2 infantry. So Western Canada is now Japanese. And Japan goes up to 79. All right. Now, for the next move, I've got 6 subs there. And I was thinking of bringing 2 or 3 to take out the battleship and have the others move through the battleship because they can and attack their boats at Pearl Harbor. But I'm not sure if that's acceptable. Like, I don't know if you have to stop immediately because there's a battle. And so as such, I'm just going to take these 6 subs and I'm going to send them through the battleship to Hawaii to attack those boats. And there's no destroyer there, so... All right, 6 subs, surprise strikes at 2 or less. 1, 2, 3. That is phenomenal, because I think that's everything. Oh, no, I have 2 fighters on the aircraft carrier, but the subs can't hit them. So, all of the boats are gone. And the fighters are going to land on Hawaii. How about that? Now that battleship's just sitting out there with nothing to do. All right. So I think that's it for combat. I took care of that. So non-combat. These guys in Shan State are going to move down to Malaya to protect it from Anzac. And I believe that might be it. Those subs are just going to sit there and wait for Anzac to come out. Oh, I totally forgot. This one tank is going to move 1 spot. And Japan's going to go up to 80. And the Soviet Union's going to go down to 20. And he's going to move 1 more space and take on that Russian infantry. Okay. 1 Japanese tank at 3 or less. He missed. 1 Russian infantry at 2 or less. He missed. 1 Japanese tank at 3 or less. He hits. 1 Russian infantry at 2 or less. He hits. All right, they're both gone. And Japan does not go up to 81. Oh, well. Okay, now I think that's it. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I forgot. I'm going to take 2 infantry and move them into Kazakhstan. Okay. Yes. Japan is going up to 81. We're flipping the board again. It's been a few turns. That's pretty cool. Nice. All right. Now, that's it for Japan. So at the end of Japan's turn 10, they're collecting $81, and they get $5 NO for the Money Islands. So they're collecting 86. Let's see. These 2 strategic bombers have 3 movements left, and they're going back to Tokyo. I hate when I'm so clumsy. Oh, well. All right, let's place some units. Transports, let's say they're going off Korea. You know, we have factories in both, doesn't matter. We'll put these tanks in Korea, right? 3 plus 6 is 9. Then we'll put these 2 strategic bombers in Tokyo. And we'll put this 1 infantry in Korea. That's 10 units at Korea. Cool. All right, guys. So that's it for Japan. I think I covered everything. So I'll see you guys on USA Turn 10. Bye.